Oh, so when you hear the audio on your wireless headphones,
Yes.
we'll get going.
Oh, on his.
Yeah. Because we were having an issue where the audience wasn't even tracking a while ago, but I think that'll fix it.
Why so crazy you guys do it live?
Right now. We good?
Hello.
Yeah.
Wait. Hello. I feel like I can't hear myself. Hello.
Can you hear yourself in your headphones?
Hello. Yeah, but I sound so far away.
So you'll be able to tell. So like this right here, it's super like deep and like in it, but then that.
But that's what I sound like when I talk like this, don't you think?
Oh, okay. No, you sound good.
Are you sure?
So that means I gotta pull up your. I gotta just turn up your headphones.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Talk again.
Hello.
Is that better?
Yeah, I guess that's. I guess my voice just isn't as like sultry as yours.
And then. Yeah, feel free to mess with that however you want.
This is cute. Okay, wait. Does this not recline back? Because I will be way back here the whole time. It's fine. I'm ready.
All right, we good?
Yeah. Wait.
Is the video up?
Yeah.
Oh, we're live.
Yeah.
Oh, we're live. All right, sick. What's up, dude?
What's good? What?
I'm glad to finally get you in here, man.
Thank you for having me. This is so exciting. Wait, hold on. This is my very first podcast.
All right.
So in my life, you're making history.
All right. Well, I'm very proud to, man.
Here is, wait, let me pour some. And for both you and me, here is to many more podcasts.
Yes, sir. Cheers.
Cheers.
Good. Glad we could do this.
This is so exciting.
Such a fucking pleasure. And
Yes.
yeah, this is just fucking awesome, dude. And I gotta say, so for people that don't know, before I do these pods, I send out like a little questionnaire, and just give myself a little bit of warm and fuzzy, and then especially if like, because obviously like, your Instagram page is very vibrant and very colorful, but
Yes.
you haven't done like a podcast, you haven't done like any like interviews, stuff like that. So it gives me a little bit of get to know, but a lot of stuff like I don't prepare questions, I don't prepare like lines or anything like that. I kind of just go off the cuff. And the questionnaire that you sent back was one of the most like interesting, doesn't do it justice. One of the most like potential filled ones that I've had. Yeah. Yeah, definitely one of the most potential ones that I've had. So I'm very excited to sit down with you and get into it. But before we start, we're going to run a little ad for the sponsor that made this live stream possible for you guys.
What's good?
I'm proud to announce that the podcast is now officially sponsored by the fine people over at Chop Chili Company. Guys, this is some of the best chili you can get here in the state of New Mexico, and they are online as well as in stores. They can be found at Smith's, Albertsons, Sprouts, John Brooks, and Lowe's Corner Market. They have 3 amazing flavors that you see here, and they also have frozen green chili that you can get online. Go on over to the website, chopchilico.com, and get yourself some amazing chili today. Yeah, and that was my... Are we back, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay, that was my mindset exactly, because it's funny, because there's people that I've met that I met them very firsthand, whether it was like very briefly in person or it was over like social media that I eventually had on the podcast, and it was a bit of a... I don't want to say a chore, because I love doing this.
Yeah.
But it was more... I had to put a lot more like brain work into getting things out, figuring out what people like. Because it's funny, I haven't been doing this a long time. I've done it long enough to know that people like subconsciously say things that like they really find important, but they don't like make that very like they don't make it apparent, right? So I was like picking apart sentences and like, okay, well, let's talk about that. Like, what do you mean by that? Like, oh, you clearly care about this, so
Yeah.
But then there's people like you where I meet you for the first time. It's like, oh, he's just the life of the fucking party. Okay, that's gonna be an easy one.
You know, well, I don't. Do you believe in zodiacs? Do you believe in that shit?
Define believe in it.
Like,
Do I take it seriously?
Yeah. Do you take it seriously? Oh,
No,
okay.
I find it interesting. What I think is most interesting about it is that there are so many people that take it seriously.
I'm one of them.
Right. Like, I'll crack a joke about it for sure.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, if that's your thing, it's your thing.
That's my thing.
Okay, so yeah.
I was gonna say, well, you know, you were saying like how it's easy for me to talk. Well, I'm a fire sign, and particularly in Aries.
Okay.
And like we're not very shy. Like we wear our hearts on our sleeves, and so a lot of times I be talking about stuff that it's like I don't even mean to talk about it. Like it's very near and dear to me, but because like we're so passionate and we're so like authentic in who we are and like the way that we exist and move through the world, like stuff just like kind of flows out of me naturally, like diarrhea.
And see, typically diarrhea of the mouth is not a good thing, but I'm glad you've made that your own. That's funny. Is that something is that always been a part of you, or is that something you've kind of had to work on, bring out? Because I feel like a lot of people, especially in our age group and our generation, like that's something we've had to like work on because we just grown up in the age of technology, very closed in, very in our own world. So is that something you've had to work on, or is that very like a natural to you?
I've had to work on not sharing so much. I had to really find my filter. I would really just talk about anything, everything, like from how you made me feel to you know what I think about XYZ. And sometimes like I would just start arguments to start them, just to stir the pot, you know, like because to get people talking. It's never been like an issue for me. Sorry, that is so unprofessional.
No, you're good.
It's never really been like an issue for me. But also, if you want to hear something that like makes my sex appeal go way up, I used to do competitive speech.
Oh shit!
I know, it's so hot. I know.
Competitive speech.
Competitive speech.
Is that different from debate?
It is. Okay. Yes, because debate you're going up against somebody else, but in competitive speech you're just like you're performing to an audience, right? And there's like a bunch of different categories, and it's actually like a huge thing. Like they go all the way up to nationals, you know, and like you can get college scholarships for doing this sort of thing. Like it's actually a big deal. But I used to do that. Like, so it was just me, you get 8 minutes and you either have to make the audience laugh or cry or, you know, make them think, make them feel, something like that. And so I just love to talk, you know, which is, I hate the sound of my own voice. Like, that's why I was like, do I really got to wear these
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Not to mention, like, we're denting the fucking fro. That's why I was late.
Yeah, you don't have to if you don't want to. No.
We can cuss on here, right?
Oh, say what the fuck you want, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
But yeah, so talking and sharing and stuff like that has never been a challenge for me. In fact, like in this chapter of my life, I'm working on being more mysterious. It's not working, but
Jesus Christ.
It's not working at all. Here I am on a podcast.
Yeah, this is the wrong place to be mysterious.
What's good?
Fucking Christ. All right, continue.
No, that was it. No, it's just, you know, the whole technology thing. I actually, when you brought up my Instagram, I would like cringed because like I really don't be on social media like that. Like I don't, because my Instagram name is a name that I don't even go by. It is I'm just Rel. I'm just _Rel. But I don't even go by that anymore. Like the streets and, you know, all my hoes call me T-Baby and my friends too, I guess. But like everybody calls me T-Baby, and it's like a persona that I've really like gravitated towards and identified with and have become essentially. Yeah. But I didn't even update my Instagram name. Like I haven't posted on Instagram in, I think the last time I posted was last Halloween, you know, so that was in October. We're in late May now, you know, and it's not to say that I don't live like a fun or exciting life. I definitely do. Like I'm so obsessed with my life, but I think I'm one of those people from our generation that don't care to share every single moment. Like, you know, I like to live my life like for myself, you know, like I have my memories, I have my camera roll, like I'll be sitting curled up on the couch with like my friends or something like that and just like scrolling through my camera roll and showing them, like that's my Instagram, you know, like I don't do it for likes. Like I'm just like, oh, look what I did like last weekend or some shit like that. I want to get more into social media, but Yeah, I'm just like a people person, you know? So this is so my vibe. I'm so jealous of you. Like, you got the whole setup. I walked in here like, oh, okay. Like,
Thanks,
I was so
man.
curious, like, how it was, because I've watched, like, a bunch of your episodes because I wanted to know what I was going to get into. Because if you were, like, an asshole, I wasn't going to come. But I watched a bunch of episodes because I wanted to see, you know, and I was like, oh, I mean, I'm calling it very early because I know you're like very early into your career of this. But if you keep it up, like we might have found Joe Rogan's successor, you know?
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
I'm like, my speech is all over the place.
I appreciate that.
I just want y'all to know this is not water in my cup.
No, I appreciate you, man. And it's interesting. I think there's a direct correlation between, because when I say your Instagram is very colorful, very vibrant, it's mostly photography.
Yeah,
And that's how I first met you. Was you were taking pictures for the slums, and Leroy introduced you as T Baby. Like that's very much your mantra, and I respect the shit out of that. That's awesome.
Of course.
And I think there's a direct correlation between you not living your life on social media and you being obsessed with your life. I think like those two things aren't a coincidence.
I would have to agree, and I really honestly like I love the way that you just put that. Like, I am obsessed with my life. You know, like it doesn't even matter how much I ever complain about it or bitch or anything like that. Like, I really am so obsessed with my life, and like we might get into it later, we might not, I don't know, but just know, like, to get to the point where I am, to get to being T Baby, which is not the name on my birth certificate. I had to go through what at least felt like hell and back. You know, like I went through a point where I didn't even want my life. I didn't even want to be alive, you know? And like now to be at a point where like I'm so obsessed with my life, like can't nobody tell me shit, like, and I hear so many, you know, things that are very reassuring for me, like talking about like the energy that I bring and like just the way that like I light up other people's worlds. I'm not trying to sit here and suck my own dick, even though I can.
Was I the only one in middle school that heard the rumor about Marilyn Manson that he like removed 4 ribs to suck his own cock?
I heard that.
Did you hear that too? Yeah. Was it a rumor or is that real?
So you mean to tell me I spent a month of my life?
So I'm just gonna say it now, dude. Like, cause when you said about your competitive speech, you can make people laugh. And my first thing that I went to was stand up comedy. Have you not ever thought about doing fucking stand up, dude?
You know,
because I've met you in like social settings. Obviously, you're a funny motherfucker. Like, have you not tried to like just shoot shit on stage for 5 minutes?
I would love to do stand up, but I prefer to sit down.
That's corny as hell, but it's funny.
Well, that's what my set would be. So
just corny as hell.
All my jokes would be dad jokes, corny shit. Because I'm from Illinois, you know, like we're corn fed, like so. Everything is corny.
When did you come to New Mexico?
I've been in New Mexico now so I came here in September of 2021.
Oh, you?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Pretty fresh. It was my whole world. It was so crazy because I graduated college back in Illinois.
If you want to aim the mic like a little more close to your, like,
yes,
a little more that way. Yeah, feel free. Feel free to fuck with it and manipulate it. It's
okay.
Yeah.
People be telling me every day that I be like yelling and stuff. So I thought my voice
be as loud as you want, dude. Okay. It's cool.
As loud as I want.
Okay, here we go. So this is why we have a producer so he can look shit up like Marilyn Manson sucking his own dick.
Yeah, shout out to
okay, so the fan Q&A, an issue of Q Magazine, Manson was finally asked a question. He asked, for years it was rumored that he had a rib removed to achieve, wow, what like a governed way to say sucking your own dick. Self-fellatio. Achieve self-fellatio. Obviously, that's nonsense, but have you ever tried to suck your own cock? Manson replied, wow, does Keith get money if I answered this? And he called Keith a cunt and said no. Okay.
He said no comment.
No, no comment. Oh, I see. I'm also like, I'm not a great reader.
But
no comment, Keith, you cunt. Huh.
This is where the rumor came from, I think, because it says, also in Manson's autobiography, the long, hard road out of hell. The singer wrote, if I really got my ribs removed, I'm sure that's not how he sounded. If I really got my ribs removed, I would have been busy sucking my own dick on the Wonder Years instead of chasing Winnie Cooper.
Huh.
Shout out to Winnie Cooper.
Shit. All right. Well, I'm going to assume he did. Why not? He's rich enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you came to New Mexico in 2021.
I did.
Why the move?
Well, remember how that pandemic was supposed to last for 2 weeks?
Yeah, I think we all,
Yeah,
2 weeks to slow the spread, ladies and gentlemen.
2 weeks. I remember everybody was so lit because I was in college at the time. It was my 2020. It was my junior year that I was in college, and it happened right during spring break. Oh, and I was so lit about those 2 weeks. You know, I wasn't doing nothing but beating my shit in bed, but and I was so depressed from a bunch of stuff in college, like relationships that I had lost, you know, friends that weren't my friends anymore.